I'm Tim Hooper.
And I'm Mike Gandolfo.
And this is The Trust Factor,
where high touch
plus high tech
multiplied by high trust
equals the real estate professional's formula for success.
All right, welcome back to The Trust Factor. Mike Gandolfo with Tim Hooper, and we are here for another great episode. This is our 32nd episode.
32nd, you believe that?
Unbelievable. We started in I guess November, and now it's June, and here we are. It's pretty crazy.
Bam.
Tim,
well,
we got a good topic today too.
We do. And guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing it. Thanks for subscribing, getting this activated with your teams. We said it from the beginning. This is an asset-based podcast where the folks we coach just get some support through additional coaching. Some of the topics we're coaching on the field we bring here and unpack a little bit deeper. So that's fun. One of which is this topic today, and it's how technology, especially AI, and every new tool, new trick of the trade, everybody's coming out with. It's like floppy disks right now, Mike. It's like the next floppy disk. It's a new floppy disk, and they're all. Let's just say it this way. I'm going to offend some people. They're all about the same. They're all built with large language model. They all are coming out with ChatGPT. Just came out with their image producer, which is so great. And I'm hearing it's like better now than Gemini. And Gemini was great because ChatGPT wasn't great. And you just see this like. It's like a lot of static on like an audio mixer board. And I see a lot of people trying a lot of different things and really adding even so much more to their plate that's not really moving their business forward. They feel like it is because they're creating stuff so fast, but are they really creating progress in their business? And so how do we think about technology, especially AI, from a making progress and focus and less is more and picking the right tools than trying everything super distracted and feeling like because we're getting the dopamine hits for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then we talked about a couple episodes ago about how it's making people more choppy and not smooth, right? And when we were talking about the slow is smooth and smooth is fast kind of episode.
Yep.
And so it's really making people choppy. And when you were talking just now about all the products and stuff that are coming out, and it's like, I remember, because I'm old, VHS tapes. And I also remember like when we got our first VCR actually. And then in between, people think, well, we went from VHS to DVD. No. We forget that there was a short period of time where the laser disc came out. It was like this big old record looking DVD thing. And people thought they were so cool that they got a laser disc at the time. And it was like, oh man, I'm glad I didn't invest in that technology, right? Mm-hmm. Because that thing was like as short-lived as it possibly could have been. I don't even know. The laser disc might've been around for less than 2 years, right? It was very, very short-lived. So before we went to the DVDs, and then of course we went from DVDs to Blu-rays and whatever else, and now we stream everything, right? So I think there's going to be something that's going to be the laser disc of technology here really soon, and it's you got to stop jumping from thing to thing to thing, and then just figure out how you make this work for your business. So I was actually talking about this on Thursday with my group of trusted advisors, the Commonwealth Club. And we were talking about like CRMs. Like there's CRMs out there that do more than the CRMs we're currently using. And one guy was like, I feel like you got to change products every 3 years. And me and Greg, who have got bigger companies. And it's like, man, like if we do that, we will lose because of the number of agents that just don't want to adopt the next thing, right? Like I'd rather us adopt and do well the thing that might not be as technologically advanced than try to go to the next thing because of all the bells and whistles that we were never going to use anyway.
Yep.
And then have a learning curve and it's choppy. And so you got to guard that. Like, well, if you could also get stuck there and then you don't progress at all. Right. And so it's really kind of figuring out like, okay, well, how do I take a technology that is truly going to make me better, and how do I implement it so that I can get to the point where It's allowing me to be more present. It's allowing me to be less distracted. It's allowing me to deliver a higher service.
Let me share a quick story. So
Okay.
we all carry this thing that Alexander Graham Bell, if he were, well, he's rolling over in his grave because he invented something that was so very powerful, designed for us to connect and to share what we used to have when we lived in tribes, and that was FaceTime. We used to feel each other's heartthrob. We used to empathize more than ever before. And yet today we use that. No, sure, we'll take phone calls that come in. We'll stay on the phone for hours with somebody who's safe, a family member. I mean, even that's probably lacking and waning because the statistics say we're in a loneliness epidemic. But we have this piece of technology that was designed to connect our vocals to one another. And somehow we've decided that it's safer to use our thumbs, like poor thumbs, like arthritis. I don't even know what that's looking like these days. Like by the time all of ours who are tech, like our tech generation is actually relatively young, 20 years, 23 years. So when we are like 90, I wonder, like we probably won't even be able to use our thumbs. They'll be like, our pinkies will literally come out of our hand this way in the next evolution because the phone holder, is like that. And our thumbs won't work. You know what I mean? I'm kidding a little bit, but here's the deal. I was on with a real estate agent the other day, and she was like, I'm so sorry. I'm behind. She just kind of, I was like, what's going on? Oh man, barely slept. I was up till 1 a.m. last night. And this one buyer is wearing me out. I'm like, tell me about it. What's going on? Oh man, I could totally tell they got this out of ChatGPT, but they sent me like my buyer's agent agreement, whatever. After we signed, they took it back home. They uploaded it to ChatGPT. They sent me all these questions about what's this, what's that, what's this, what's that. She says, I could totally tell ChatGPT came up with all these questions, 25 questions. So on top of everything else I have going on, I had to end the day, staying up till 1 a.m. Dear Mike Gandolfo, please see all my texts in red to your answers below. And took an hour to blow through 25 questions and answer them in red text. So number one, here's the deal. Your buyer is just as much blown away with technology right now as you are. They're probably just as distracted with it as you are. They sent you, they were impressed because they're like, wow, I didn't even know to ask all these questions. So they asked all these questions that ChatGPT came, copy paste. And then instead of qualifying like they do they actually need all those answered? You just went on and worked hard. Like you just hard worker syndrome and just, so AI is literally creating more distraction, more work in a way than had you been, and do you need to say, caught you. You used ChatGPT, didn't you? No. How about this? Mike, solid questions. Love it. Tomorrow, when you have 3 minutes of windshield time, give me a buzz. Can't wait to answer these. What would that look like? What are we doing now? Phone call, connection, tone of voice. They might even say, I don't even know if you need to answer all those. They might let you, you can ask, you can qualify, and then answer them. And if they need them, if they actually need them, like they're that engineer mindset, they need it all spelled out for somebody in their family or life, then okay, then go to ChatGPT, upload it, and then voice memo, dump, and answer the questions. But then you found out it was actually productive work, not just taking a shot in the dark to work harder. But I heard that, and I'm like, how many emails are you getting right now, Mike, that are driving you nuts because they're way too long? Copilot's writing huge, massive fluff read. One of our admins sent out an email the other day. She copied in the first one, then she decided to iterate, so she deleted, but she forgot she only deleted half it, pasted in the other one, and went out to some of our partners. And I looked at it, I'm like, no. So called up as, if you're going to use AI to write an email, you're going to QC it because you generated yourself more time. You're going to QC it, but even then, slim it down. It's too clunky.
They get very wordy. Very
so
wordy.
I'll just say, you're saying how AI is creating distraction where we're not present. Exact example, but also AI is creating extra that we don't need.
Well,
it's
and I think
too thorough.
And that phone call that you mentioned with that person with like the 20 questions or whatever, because then now you can get in there and say, hey, hey Tim, I got your email last night, or I got your text last night. Really great questions. am I to assume that your number one question is the most important to you, or which one of these is like what are the three most important questions in here for me to get to? Because then you'll get the, oh, we just ChatGPT'd it, or they're gonna come down and they're gonna say, oh no, I really was curious about this one and this one, and you can make sure, because they're only gonna really hear the ones you answer up front, right? They're gonna forget the other ones, and so I do like the follow-up email. But you have to, I had the conversation, I'm teaching some younger agents right now, and they're like, why are people, using video and all this other stuff when a text could just be sufficient? And I was like, well, we lose when we do texting, that's one-dimensional communication.
Yep.
And there's a lot of inferred things that happen by the receiver. Yep. They infer tone, they infer whatever else. And so when we can actually demonstrate tone of voice, like you mentioned, facial expressions, whatever else, like the more we actually communicate at such a higher level then, and really, like, I don't know, as a real estate professional, I don't know how you serve someone if all you're doing is digital communication with them. I just don't know how it's possible. And the likelihood of something being misunderstood is going to go up incredibly high. And this includes when you're negotiating with the other agent.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's powerful. It all comes down to, is technology powering your humanity, or are you losing your humanity to technology? Because at the end of the day, statistics are statistics. Loneliness epidemic exists. We are more polarized as a society than ever before. And at the end of the day, we're hiding out behind text. They even say, like, bullying in schools is easier online. Why? Because you're not facing the person. Well, don't you think if that all matters emotionally and psychologically, then in business, facing the person, being through a voice receiver with a person would matter so much more for your business? 100%. So I would just say this: AI is powerful. I leverage it, as you guys know. Mike leverages it probably better than I do. Well, for sure better than I do. But I'll tell you this: do not become so infatuated with how cool it is that you start hiding behind it, or worse, be so distracted and busy by it that you're not actually more present in your people's lives.
What does that look like? I think it looks like, like if I'm showing property, I'm not answering calls, I'm not texting people back, whatever. I mean, there's so many agents who do this. Like, be present with the client, observe them. You'll catch little things of what's important to them or things to question about, whatever else. If you're just observe while they're looking at the house, you're looking at them, and you can't do that if you're texting back and trying to return these messages and whatever else, answering phone calls. If you're at a meal with a business-to-business partner or a client or someone in your sphere, don't have your phone on the table. Like, just put it away,
There you go.
And it's just when it's time to be humanly present, be humanly present, and everything else can wait. It's going to be okay.
It's powerful. All right, cut the distraction and go be fully present. Mike, I'm going to be speaking here for the West Virginia Bar Association, and I'm going to turn it all off and go be present with them for breakfast, for some sessions, and then my session this early afternoon. I know you're going to go be present with your agents, team.
What are you speaking on today, by the way?
Oh, marketing that matters.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Marketing that matters. And do we actually get to say whether it matters or not? So that might be a podcast topic for another time.
That could be one. All right. I like it. All right, buddy. All right. You do great today, and we'll talk to you all real soon. Thanks for watching. This is The Trust Factor. The Trust Factor podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts. You can even watch us on YouTube.
And subscribe to the channel so you can comment and drop your questions and share it with your team.